Hi guys, welcome to class. So today we are going to do a side body flow. So we'll get into our normal vinyasa practice, but we will really focus on getting into the side body today. We don't need any equipment. All you need is yourself, and let's get started. We'll come down onto the mat and we'll find a child's pose. So go ahead and have wide knees, big toes together, taking it all the way down into a child's pose. And just relax there. Take a couple deep breaths. And just let your hips start to open up. We start to get length through the torso when we relax in child's pose. So just take some deep breaths. Arms can be either up overhead, or you can take those arms down to your sides. Whatever feels good. Maybe stacking fists if your forehead doesn't easily reach the floor. Great. Let's walk our hands over to the left side of our mat and just get a little extra in the right side body right away out of the gate. Take a deep breath. Just feel that right side start to open up for you. Perfect. Let's take everything over to the right. Same thing, relaxing the chest, allowing the forehead to come down towards the floor if it touches. Take a big breath on the left side. Perfect. Bring it back to the center. Hang out in child's pose. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Nice and easy. Great. Come all the way up. Let's come up to a table pose. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, and then start to move through a cat-cow. We'll take our time here as we move from cat to cow. Getting length in the spine as we move. Nice. And then find a neutral back. So nice and neutral in our back. And we'll move from side to side. Everything that we do today is going to be in the side body in some way. Wow, bunch of cat hair. Couple more. One more each way. Great. And then bring it to the center. Perfect. Tuck the toes under. Let's find a down dog. Go ahead and send it up and back. And just take a moment to enjoy this first jog. Use your breath. Move the body around a little bit. Any little shape that sounds good that might help wake you up. Wake up the muscles we're about to get into. Perfect. Go ahead and bring the knees right back down into table pose. We'll take our right leg up and back behind us. So take it up. Awesome. Now we're slowly going to start to open up our hips. So right now, if you were to look down the length of your body, you would see your toes pointing down. We're going to start to point our toes off to the right. And I'm actually going to switch it up just so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Stick with your right leg. I'm going to take my leg back behind me, and you're going to start to stack one hip over the other. And you can keep your hands attached to the floor if you need to. We're starting to tip our toes more and more to the right. If you have the balance, you start to lift. We can take the right arm up. Beautiful. Deep breath. Awesome. Cool. So stay there. Keep going. I'm just moving over to the right so that we're all on the same side. Perfect. Now we're going to start to take the knee and the elbow towards each other. So take your time. Elbow and knee come towards each other. We bring it right back out. Let's do that twice more. Bring it in and out. Hello, my silky hand. In and out. Great. One more. In and out. And then breathe take it to the other side. So it's gonna look like I'm doing the same side again. So we're all turning to the left. We'll take first the left leg up and back. We're squared off. Then we start to stack the left hip over the right hip. Great. Once we have that, maybe we take the hand off the floor. Balance. Right away. We're getting some work here. And then if you still want a little bit more, elbow and knee. And bring it up. Elbow and knee. And it doesn't matter if you go straight up with the arm or out, right? You can do something in between, kind of like I am. Let's do one more. Bring it in. Nice. Out. And then slowly unwind. Bring it down. Take it back into a down dog. And just stretch there. Take a couple deep breaths. Perfect. Nice. Now, let's move this forward into our first plank. I'm going to bring my knees down to the floor, but feel free to have your knees lifted for your plank. Take a few deep breaths. Awesome. Now we're going to do something kind of fun. So option one, watch me. Option one, you're going to take your hips behind you, almost like a child's pose. The right arm's going to reach over to the left and a little behind, so we get a little shoulder stretch, and then we'll bring it right back into our low plank. We would do the same thing with the left side. The left arm reaches over to the right, and then we bring it back to our low plank. So this is our option one. Option two, we're going to be in a full plank, right? Full plank. We would move to a down dog, and we're going to still start with our right, and we would reach the right hand over to the left shin back to a plank. And then as we move into that down dog, left hand lifts to the right shin back to plank. So we're activating the side body, getting a little bit more into our obliques. So choose the version that you would like to do. We're going to do 4 more. Great. 3, 2, perfect. Last one. Bring it down, knees come down, child's pose. Take a little load off. Gotta fix my bangs here. Awesome. Now, I'm going to use this big old pillow that I have back here. You guys are going to do nothing. You'll lay down on your mat, face down. Because I can't lay face down on my mat, I'm going to use my big pillow and we're going to pretend that I'm laying face down on the mat. And that feels pretty dang good. All right. So we're all laid out, face down. We're going to take the arms up overhead. We're bringing the nose down to the floor, and we have the tops of the feet attached to the floor. Go ahead and press the tops of your feet into the mat and lift the kneecaps just a little bit. Mine are going to look more lifted than yours just because I have more space with the pillow. But yours is just, you're just going to activate the quads and the inner thighs, and you'll get just a little tiny lift. And that's plenty. So we have our nose attached to the floor. We're karate chopping the floor. Pinkies are attached, and our hands are about shoulder width apart. Go ahead and lift your right arm, and we'll lift the chest just a little bit. Keep the feet attached for now, but keep pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, and then bring it down. Great. Let's do left, lift, and down. Nice. Right, and down. Left and down. If it looks like I'm getting more air underneath my chest, it's because I've just lifted on this pillow. We're not looking for a lot of lift here, so don't push up to like a cobra pose. We don't need that. Let's do 1 more to each arm. Great. Karate chop the floor. Attach your nose back to the floor. We're going to do the same thing with just the legs. So the upper body is staying active and attached to the mat. We're going to lift our leg. 1 leg, bring it down. Other leg, lift, bring it down. So we're trying to activate the back of our body here. It's at the beginning of our practice. We're just taking our time. Great. Let's do 1 more to each leg. Lift, down, down. Cool. Now let's alternate. We're gonna lift the right arm, left leg. Awesome. Bring it down. Left arm, right leg. Bring it down. Great, one more each side. Right arm, left leg. Down. Left arm, right leg. Down. Perfect. Go ahead and take the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Press it up into a plank. Now I'm going low plank here. So low plank. Nice. Take a couple deep breaths. Hold your plank. Move my big old monster pillow out to the side. Hold your plank. Great. Awesome. Tuck the toes under if they're not already. So if you're in full plank, you're already there. Let's find a down dog. Take it up and back. Great. Walk it up to the top of your mat. About as flexible as a beach ball right now, you guys. All right. Let's roll it all the way up. Great. Arms come up. Palms together. Hands come down to heart center. Awesome. Take some deep breaths. Perfect. All right. Feet are about hips width apart at the top of your mat. Let's interlace our fingers. You can press the palms up to the ceiling, bring them all the way up, and then let's tip to the left first. Nice big tip. Great. Bring it all the way up and to the right. Great. Bring it up. One more time to the left. This time we're going to relax the left arm down. We're going to reach the right arm even further over. Up to you whether you look down at the mat or up at the ceiling. Totally up to you. Bring it all the way back up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms to the ceiling. Let's do it to the other side. Tip to the right. Relax the right arm down. Maybe look down or up. Perfect. Bring it all the way. Nice. And then float it on down. Roll the shoulders back. Perfect. Nope. I want the fan on. There it is. Let's get a quick drink, and then we'll come back up to the top of our mat, and we'll get into our flow. Alrighty. So back at the top, feet will return to hips width apart. Maybe hands at heart center. Take a deep breath here. Just take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Awesome. One more big one. Great. Let's bring both arms up. Inhale as we lift. Exhale, fold in half. All the way down. Great. So once you're folded as far as you're going to go, take a deep breath. Maybe inhale, come up to the shins for a flat back. Exhale, fold. Perfect. Let's bend the knees enough to step it back into a plank. Take her back. Awesome. Lower all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale for your first big cobra, up dog. And then we'll come back into our down dog. Awesome. Great. Let's take the right leg up and back behind us. And we'll take the right foot in between our hands. Let's go ahead and lower the left knee down. We're going to climb it up into a low crescent pose to start with. So take a deep breath in your low crescent. Notice that I'm not pushing forward here. We'll get there in a second. For now, actually keep it back, almost at 90-90 with those legs. Let the tailbone reach down towards the back of your leg. We'll pull the abdominals in. Pretend I'm pulling my abdominals in. Take some deep breaths. Maybe the arms have lifted at this point. Perfect. Let's tip to the right. Right arm comes down. We're going to tip our left fingertips over to the right side of our mat. Deep breath. Great. Bring it all the way back up. Inhale. Awesome. Exhale. Take both hands down to the floor. Let's go ahead and pick up our left knee. Tuck the left toes under. Pick up the left knee. Step it back into a plank. Great. Let's roll through a little vinyasa. Lower on down. Inhale for another cobra or an up dog. And then again, we'll come back into our down dog. Great. Let's go left leg up and back behind us. And then the left foot up to the top of the mat. Again, lower the right knee down. And we come all the way up. Inhale, lift. Nice. And again, pulling back on this one. So again, 90-90 in this particular lunge. The left arm comes down. Tip it over to the left. We can look down at the mat or up at the ceiling. Deep breath. Nice. Let's come all the way up. Inhale. Oops, almost fell over. Exhale, take both hands down to the floor. Step it back again into your plank. And then we got our vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale, cobra up dog. And then down dog. Alrighty. Great. Let's take our right leg again up and back. Right foot up in between the hands. We're still going to go low lunge. We're just going to add here. Now this time, feel free to take it a little lower, getting a little bit more into your left hip flexor, by sinking down into your hips, sinking a little forward. Nice. Both arms lift. Again, we're going to take our right arm down, and we'll get our tip. Perfect. Take both hands up, palms together, hands come down to heart center. Let's either twist with just the torso staying up with our upper body to the right, or you can take your left elbow to your right thigh. All right, you decide. Take a deep breath. Nice. One more deep breath. Great. Go ahead and take both hands down, back into your plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog, and then down dog. Awesome. Left leg, inhale. Left foot in between the hands. Nice low lunge. Both arms lift. Great. Left arm comes down. Get your tip. Awesome. Bring both hands up. Palms together. Down to heart center. This time, right elbow to left knee. Or we just turn to the left. Awesome. Great. One more deep breath. Unwind. Hands to the floor. Step it back. Plank. Lower down. Cobra up dog. And then down dog. Great. Take a couple deep breaths in your dog. Just chill out there for a second. Nice and slow. Catch your breath in between sides. In between rounds. Let's take that right leg again, up and back. Right foot in between the hands. This time, let's go high crescent lunge. We're going to keep the left heel lifted. Both arms inhale and lift. Awesome. Perfect. Let's open out to the left for a warrior two. Great. Nice wide arms. Deep breaths. Cool. Awesome. From here, rainbow the hands down to the floor. Step it back into your plank. Lower down, cobra, or chaturanga, cobra up dog, and then down dog. Yeah. Let's go left leg. Inhale. Left leg up to the top of the mat. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Oh, great. Let's open out to the right for a warrior two. Perfect. Awesome. Hands come down. Down to the floor. Find your plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale for your cobra or your up dog. And then down dog. Cool. Again, right leg. Lift her up. Right foot in between the hands. We got our crescent lunge. Inhale, lift for your crescent. Great. Let's open out to the left for our warrior two. Awesome. This time, let's open it up for a reverse warrior. Back into the side body, right? Take some deep breaths. Keep your lunge. I tried to sneak out of mine. Deep breath. Awesome. One more deep breath. Hands come down to the floor. Plank it out. Great. Lower down. Inhale, cobra up dog. Back into a down dog. Left leg comes up. Left foot in between the hands. Crescent lunge. Oh yeah. Open out to the right. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Flipping the left hand up and over. Right arm comes down. Pause in your reverse warrior. Take some deep breaths. Yeah. One more deep breath. And then we bring it on down. Find your plank. Vinyasa. Yes. Down dog when you're ready. in between rounds in our dog to catch our breath. Let everything settle. Great. One more deep breath here. Let's go right leg up and back. Right foot in between the hands. Crescent lunge. Nice. Perfect. You know what comes next, warrior two. After, we go reverse warrior. Here we go, let's go exalted warrior, straightening the right leg. And then taking the right fingertips down, lifting the left arm back up, find a triangle pose. Another really nice side body pose here. Breathe. You can do some fancy bind here if that's something that's calling to you. Great. Let's go ahead and take both hands down to our right leg. Small pause in our pyramid pose. We won't stay here for too long. Nice and straight in your right leg for your pyramid, trying to challenge that hamstring. Great. One more deep breath. Coming down into your plank. Step it back. Great. Vinyasa or right into your down dog. Do what feels right. Nice. I'm going to move back a little bit. I tend to walk forward through my flows till I'm practically off my mat. Let's take the left leg up and back. The left foot up to the top of the mat. Crescent lunge. Open out to the right, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Great. Exalted warrior, pause with that straight left knee. Awesome. Let's turn this into our triangle. Slowly flowing forward and down. Perfect. Both hands come down to the left leg for that little pyramid pose. One more deep breath, not spending a lot of time here. Great. Bend into the knee to bring the hands down. Plank it out. Lower down. Cobra. Up dog. And then down dog. Again, take a deep breath. Relaxing in between our rounds. Nice. So we're going to deviate slightly in this round. Go ahead and take your right leg again, up and back. Right foot will still go in between the hands. We're still going to find our crescent lunge. Nice. We're still going to open up for our warrior two as well. Warrior two. Great. This time, let's take our left hand, back of our left hand to our low back. Great. And then you're going to take the palm of your right hand to your hip, to your right side. Excellent. Make sure that you're squaring the shoulders off with your hips towards the knee. Great. Stay nice and low in your lunge. Take a deep breath. Now, if you want a little extra, you're going to turn to the front of your mat. And then you're going to start to lift the right side of your ribcage, the right side of your ribcage up towards the ceiling. So it's a more bound pose. It can feel really good though. So just take some deep breaths. Nice. One more deep breath. Great, we're going to keep the hands right where they are. Go ahead and straighten your right leg, and you're going to keep the chest and the shoulders open to the front as we tip it forward like we're coming into a triangle, right? But we're still all bound up. Deep breaths. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to unwind, right? So this is our triangle, okay? So, we haven't done anything different. We're just in a more bound state. And you can look up, forward, or down in this bound triangle. Great. One more deep breath. Awesome. Slowly rise. Come all the way up. Free your arms. Bring both arms out. I'm going to straighten my right knee because it feels good. Perfect. And then bend into your right knee, rainbow the hands down. Let's find our vinyasa. Back into your plank. Chaturanga as you lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And then down dog. Great, let's do that all on the other side. First, inhale, left leg lifts. Then the left foot in between the hands. Let's find our crescent lunge. Inhale as we rise. Great, open up, warrior two. Now this time, we take the back of our right hand behind us. It's the left hand that comes to our hip. You can kind of see what it looks like from behind since I'm turning away. You're squaring your shoulders, your chest, and your hips off to the right side of your mat. Perfect. Take some deep breaths here. And then we can start to tip the left rib cage up towards the ceiling. Tipping it up. Nice. Great, let's come through the center. Straighten the left knee, and then let's tip it into that bound version of our triangle pose. And remember, your head can be anywhere that feels good. It just needs to feel good on your neck. Perfect. One more deep breath. Great, come all the way up. Maybe have the knees stay straight. Arms come out to either side just to stretch them out. Great. Bend into your left knee. Rainbow the hands down. Vinyasa. Take it back. Lower down. Cobra dog. And then down dog. Awesome. Let's walk up to the top of the mat. You can hop if you choose. Awesome. Roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up. Palms together. Hands to heart center. Great. I need a drink. So let's get a drink, and then we'll come back up to the top of our mat, and we'll continue on with our flow. All right. So we're going to change it up just a little bit. We'll bring it all together in the end. But for now, at the top of your mat, maybe roll the shoulders forward, up and back a few times. Just get a nice stretch just to loosen things up again. Perfect. Let's inhale, both arms up. Palms together, hands to heart center. Great. Inhale, both arms as we lift. Exhale, fold in half. Great. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold in half. Awesome. Bend the knees enough to bring yourself back into a plank. Step it back. Perfect. Vinyasa, lower down. Inhale, cobra up dog. And then down dog. Great. Let's take our right leg, again, up and back. And then we'll return to our low lunge. Right foot in between the hands. We're going to lower the left knee down. And then we'll come up for our crescent lunge. Take a deep breath here. Nice. Great. Bring the palms back together, hands to heart center, and find another twist. We're going to twist to the right. Left elbow to right knee, or we're just turning the torso. Breathe. Awesome. Go ahead and unwind. Perfect. Let's take both hands down to the floor. Walk both hands back towards your left knee. We'll straighten our right leg. And we're going to lift the right toes for a hamstring stretch. Or a kind of a half split or a split prep. Take some deep breaths. Great. Now, both hands to the inside of your right leg. And if you can do it, start to walk your hands a little bit more to the left edge of your mat. Maybe even off the left edge of your mat. Nice, let's do that to the right. Same thing. We're going to walk it over, walk it, walk it. Now you might not be able to go as far. That's fine and normal. So just take some deep breaths. Ensure that your toes are still pointing up. We don't want our toes to kind of give us space by reaching to the left. Keep the toes pointing straight up. Let's frame the foot with our leg, or frame the foot with our hands. We'll come back into our nice bent knee lunge, and we'll take it back into our plank. Let's roll through vinyasa here. Take it down. Inhale, cobra up dog, and then down dog. Great. Left leg, let's inhale. Left foot in between the hands. Great. Lower the right knee down. Come into your crescent lunge. Inhale as you lift. Awesome. Both hands come down to the floor. Oh, let's find our twist first. I'm sorry. Let's bring the palms together. We're still up in our crescent. Palms together, and then we'll twist to the left this time. Twist feels nice. Then we'll bring it to the center. Hands come down to the floor, and we'll find our half split. Great. All right, this time first, we're going to take the hands to the left, or excuse me, the right. So we're walking the hands off the right side of our mat. Notice that the toes are still pointing up. Great, and then we'll walk it to the left, over the leg, through the woods. Great, toes still pointing up. Perfect, back to the center. Get a nice lunge back into your left knee, and then find your plank. Plank it out. We lower down chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog, and then down dog. Great. Nice. Let's take the right leg again up and back. Right foot up to the top of the mat. Crescent lunge. Inhale as you bring it up. Beautiful. Palms together this time. Hands to heart center. Nice. Let's find a twist here. So again, you might just be hinging forward a little bit and turning towards your right. That's going to be my MO here. You might be able to bring your left elbow down to your right thigh. So go where you can go, nice and low. Perfect. Come all the way up. Inhale, and then open out warrior two. Great. Let's go ahead and straighten our right leg. Bring it forward and down for your triangle pose. Great. Small deviation here. So both hands will come down to our right leg for our pyramid. But then let's go a little further. So we're going to take our left foot a little closer to our right. And we still want to, almost fell over. We still want to have straight legs on both sides. Breathe. Nice. Now, start to lift up so that you have a flat back. There is almost no one that will bring those hands down to the floor and get a nice parallel spine to the floor. Most of us would be at too much of an angle here, and we don't want to be at that angle, so you're going to lift up a little bit more. Perfect. I have my hands on my shins. You might be a little lower, you might be a little higher. Just avoid your knee. Great. Now, let's go ahead and take the left hand forward. Great. Right arm forward. Little core work here. And then stand all the way up. Oh, yes. Nice. Perfect. Now, we're going to hinge forward. We're going to press the hips back behind us. We're going to reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Great. We'll stop when we're parallel to the floor. Great. And then fold all the way down in half, bending the right knee. And then we'll step it back into a plank. You might have to do a little adjustment since that left foot is a little closer than it normally is. Let's find our vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And then down, dog. Great, let's do our left leg. Up and back. Left foot up to the top of the mat. We find our crescent lunge. Inhale. Palms together. Hands to heart center. Let's find our twist to the left. Maybe it's just a little hinge forward and a turn. Maybe you take the right elbow down to your left thigh. Perfect. One more deep breath. Great, go ahead and bring it up. And then let's open out to the right for our warrior two. Straighten your left knee. Bring it forward and down, triangle pose. Great. Brief stop in our regular pyramid pose. Nice. And then let's take our right foot a little closer to the left. Straighten the left knee for our pyramid here. Nice. Great. Find a flat back So you're going to have to come up a little bit. Everyone will have to come up a little bit. I don't care how flexible you are. It's not just because of my belly. This is the rule here. Take a deep breath. Next, let's go right arm forward. Let's also do left arm forward. Breathe. Nice, stand all the way up. Great. Notice that left knee wanted to be bent there. Take a deep breath. Great, here we go. We're gonna hinge forward. So the hips go back behind you. You're pulling the belly button into the spine as you slowly hinge back down. Parallel to the floor, you pause. You breathe, but you pause. Great, and then you find a bend in your left knee. Both hands come down, step it back into your plank. Remember to give yourself space with the right foot. Vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And then down, dog. That was a little bit of a side strengthener there. Awesome. Great. Let's do one more round on each side. We're in the homeward stretch. Let's take the right leg up and back. Inhale. Right foot up to the top of the mat. Crescent lunge. Inhale as we come on. Nice. Here we go. Palms together. Hands to heart center. Find your twist. Beautiful. Great. Come all the way back up. Open out to the left. Warrior two. Awesome. Straighten the right knee. Forward and down. Triangle pose. Great. Now we're going to keep the feet wide here. We'll come to our regular pyramid pose. So feet can stay exactly where they are. Nice and straight through the right knee. Perfect. Bend into the right knee. Awesome. We're going to bring our right hand down to the floor. You're going to step your right foot back for a side plank. What? Yes. Side plank, which means the body is open to the left. Deep breath. Left hand comes down. You're already in plank, so why not do a vinyasa? Come on down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Find a down dog. Not so bad, right? One more side. Left leg, inhale. Take it up and back. Left foot in between the hands. Warrior, or crescent lunge. Palms together. Hands to heart center. We're twisting to the left. Find your depth of twist. Perfect. Here we go. Unwind. Both arms inhale as we lift. Open out to the right. Warrior two. Straighten the left knee. Find it. Your triangle as we come down. All the way down. Reach the right arm up. Perfect. Right hand comes down to the, it can come down to the floor. But we're bringing it down to our left leg. Pyramid. Deep breath. Awesome. Here we go. We're going to lunge into our left knee. We're going to take our left hand down to the floor. And then we're going to step that left foot back to get our side plank. Yes. One more deep breath. And then we take it down to our regular plank. And then last vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And then down dog. Perfection. Let's slowly release. Come into a child's pose. Nice and slow. Nice deep breaths. Your child's pose. Just breathe. Great. Perfect. Let's come all the way up. Nice and slow. We'll take the legs around in front of us. You'll be the length of your mat. I'm just going to turn to the front here. Great. And then get a drink. I just realized that you can see this tiny little edge of, guess what that is? A crib. We are in the baby room. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it the other way. So the wall that the crib is on right now is actually this beautiful flower mural. So Anyway, maybe I'll turn it that way tomorrow so that you guys can see it. But yes, if you're wondering what that white thing is, that is the edge of a crib. All right, so let's bring the soles of the feet together. And we'll come into a little butterfly pose. You can either hinge forward or stay sitting up nice and tall. So whatever feels really good here. Great. One more deep breath. And then come all the way up. Let's leave our left shin exactly where it is. And we'll do two things. We can either take the right leg out to the side, or we can come into a zigzag pose with the right knee. I'm going to draw my left foot in just a little bit more. Great. My right hand's going to come off the right side of my mat. And I'm going to lift my left arm up. Just get a little tilt. So this is to stretch out that left side. Perfect. Let's come all the way back to the center, and we're going to turn our shoulders to the right and let our hands just drop wherever they are. They don't have to be in a specific spot. If you want to look over your right shoulder, you can. Perfect. One more deep breath. Let's turn to the left this time. We're just going to turn all the way to the left. Again, hands just rest wherever they are. We do want to sit up tall, so allow yourself to get some length in your spine. Maybe look over your left shoulder. Perfect. Bring it back to the center. And then let's switch our legs. So we tip everything to the other side. Knees go to the right, feet to the left. If you need to, you can take your left leg out to the side. Perfect. Your left hand comes off the left side of the mat. Right arm comes all the way up as you tip. Perfect. Feels so good. Awesome. Come all the way back to the center. Turn your shoulders to the left first this time. Hands rest wherever. Feel that breath just rolling up and down the spine. Let's turn it to the other side. Turning it to the right. Sitting up tall. Great. Bring it back to the center. Let's free the legs. And then we'll take it all the way down onto the mat. You're going to take it down onto the mat. I'm going to stay sitting. And then let's just do a little stretch here for the arms. So you're laying down, face up. You can have the knees either bent. You can have the and the feet attached to the floor. You can have the legs long. That part's up to you. Let's all take both arms up overhead. Imagine that I'm laying on the floor. Both arms are up overhead. And we'll have the palms facing us, and we have the arms about shoulder width apart. Great, take a deep breath. And then go ahead and hang on to opposite elbows. It doesn't matter which elbow is on top, which you're hanging on to. Just let the floor hold you up here. Nice. Now we're still laying down, so if you're sitting up like me, what are you doing? Do what I say. Laying down, face up. Now with the arms still like this, we're going to tip our entire arms and torso over to the left. You might have to like scooch your shoulders to kind of get them over there. Beautiful. Let's bring it to the center. Let's tip it to the right. You don't have to switch your grip or anything. If you want to, you can, but it's not necessary. You won't feel anything different. Your tip to the right. The arms are just relaxing on the floor above you. Perfect. Bring it back to the center. Release the arms. Let the arms float down to your sides. Perfect. And just relax in stillness for a moment. Let's set ourselves up for Shavasana. So what I've been doing during our quarantine videos is I get you set up for Shavasana, and then you determine how long you stay in Shavasana. So this is completely up to you how long you would like to remain. If there's another stretcher or something that you'd like to do before you get into Shavasana, you can always indulge in that. Don't feel like you have to pop right into it just because I'm saying now is the time. So if there's another stretch you'd like to do before you get there, do that for yourself. If you are ready for Shavasana, allow yourself to relax in whatever favorite position you have for Shavasana. Great. Take some deep breaths once you arrive. Nice. Allow your whole body to melt into the floor. And then just stay here however long you like. So if you want to be here for a little while, it's your house. You can do that. Let your breath be soft. And this is where I will leave you. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next class. Namaste, everyone.